Alright guys, come to my first Cambridge AI hackathon with me. But one problem, I don't know how to code. Let's do this.
Count what you have now, don't count what you don't have.
Alright, first things first, we gotta change. Because I don't think this exactly fits the hackathon uniform. So we need something more comfortable and more casual. And I think that this one might just be a little bit too casual. So I think we gotta give it one more shot. Okay, I think this is the one. Simple, black hoodie. Let's get straight into it. Alright, you're probably wondering where this all began. And if I don't know how to code, what the heck am I doing entering a hackathon? It's as simple as this. I'm really interested in AI, and I want to build a company that uses AI to do something crazy, to do something amazing. And what better place to learn about AI than from people who are actively building it and discovering how far they can push their skills to see what's possible with AI. So that led me to Cambridge University Artificial Intelligence Society. So I came across their website, and essentially I found that they're a group of like 20 to 25 people who are all insane at building AI products. Now me, I'm insane at researching AI products and trying to think about, how they can have an impact and how we can commercialize them to create scale and do real big things. So I came across this website as I was researching how can I learn more about AI and people who are actually building. As you can see, they run fortnightly hack sessions and they're very curious. So they're constantly building and seeing, what they can do with what they know. And they said that they want agentic builders and researchers with a track record of shipping. See, I don't have that track record yet, but that's exactly what I'm here. It's what I want to build. I want to see what I can make and what I can make in a team with AI. I looked more into the website and thought, okay, how do I actually get involved? They have a mailing list, but I joined that a few weeks ago and saw nothing. So then I saw this society is run by Ved, Swanim, and Ollie. And they're sponsored by companies such as Anthropic and Mistral. So I looked into the first one, this guy Ved. So Ved, he was a summer fellow at Y Combinator. He founded this thing called Checkmate Labs, and he has an insane track record of building things and researching the latest areas in AI. So he's done research into deep learning, and he has, entered competitions, founded coding organizations. So I thought, okay, my best way in is probably to try and talk to this guy. So I went to find him on LinkedIn, and then I realized he's even more cracked than I thought he was. So I thought, okay, best thing to probably do is just, shoot him a message, see what happens. So I let him know that I'm keen to get involved, see how I can help out, see what I can learn. And I also tried to charm him a bit, saying, congrats on YC. And then he came back with, still here, are you technical? Well, I might not be as technical as the other guys in the team at the moment, but I'm here, I'm willing to try. So I let him know that in my undergrad, which I just finished up, I did a bit of Python, but what I didn't tell him is that was entirely Python for analyzing data, not so much for building things. But something that is true is that I'm trying to teach myself a bit of N8N. And if you guys don't know what N8N is, N8N is essentially a no-code visual framework to help build agentic AI automation tools. So I sent it, and then I waited, and eventually he came back with this. We were in. So then it was time to actually get learning. So last night I pulled up an N8N template to see, what is it really about? How can I? So I've watched loads of videos on N8N. So I've watched quite a few videos about N8N, especially from this one guy called Nate Huck, which if you haven't heard of him, I really suggest checking him out. He does really great automate. So I've watched quite a few videos online about N8N automations and how to build workflows. And there's one guy called Nate Huck, which if you haven't heard of him, I definitely recommend checking him out. He does great tutorials and gives good templates about how to build these workflows. But I pulled up a template and started investigating with it. So the one you can see here is like a kind of like an email verifier and simply sends a newsletter to them once they sign up. So you see this in like every site ever. But I'm wondering, how can I alter this simple tool to try and, make it more interesting? What if once we get the email, it scrapes the internet for information about that person and customizes that newsletter? Things like that. This is just a way for me to learn more about N itself. So as you can see in this workflow, so far, you receive the information about the person, their email, and it verifies it using some tools. And then eventually it either decides if it's a valid email or it's not. If it's not, it records it, and I guess it can give you the option later to try and contact them and let them, provide their real email, or it goes straight ahead and sends the first email. So that's my starting point for the hackathon today. That's what I'm going to take in with me and see, to what extent can I adapt it by the end of the session. Well, it starts in about half an hour, so I should probably get going.
Alright guys, so we made it over to King's College, Cambridge, and this is where the hackathon will take place. Getting pretty excited. Have no idea if I'm going to build anything, but remember the main purpose here is to meet cool people and see if there's anyone who can help us build our empire. Alright, do this. Alright. First step is to see if we can actually get inside. So let's see. What the heck? Alright, time to find this place. Okay, apparently we went to go to this place called the Keynes building, so let's see if we can find that. Alright, I think we went through the entire wrong door, so round two.
That's spread by word of mouth, so that just like naturally went to more Cambridge people than usual.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just one very quick note. You want to flip around and see.
Yeah, the Western college is I'm going to do the baby.
It's really superficial, right?
I did not realize.
What?
Alright guys, we're about 1/2 of the way through. It's about lunchtime now, everyone's just ordering. And yeah, I just wanted to step out, update you guys on how it's going. It's really different to how I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like collaborative, everyone working on a project. But no, everyone's doing their own thing, building. And every now and again, they kind of discuss with each other what's going on. But you can just tell they're laser sharp. The kind of stuff they're working on, the stuff they're getting excited about. I think I can definitely make some good connections here, and they seem friendly as well. I made it clear to them, I'm working on this LinkedIn post generator automation tool thing that essentially creates an image based on the user request, uses that in the LinkedIn post, and then creates the text using like custom LinkedIn emojis, that kind of thing. Such a simple tool, but they were nice about it. But I do think I'm being tested a bit, so trying to stay trying to stay on my game. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. See you soon.
It's something which understands your area that you can talk to. In Cambridge, it's not really needed because there's smart people everywhere who take an interest. And there's big labs, you can talk to people. But in all of the other universities, which in the lower ranking universities, that doesn't exist in the same way. The labs are often smaller, less funding, they're doing many different things. It's really hard to find someone in your area.
Yeah, I'm glad it's don't escalate to physical.
All right, guys, just got back. What a crazy event. The people there are insane. They're extremely good at what they do. They've got all sorts of trophies, like having been YC members, having received various funding for their companies. Yeah, really amazing people, and they're creative too. But one thing I noticed is that although they were razor sharp, they were a bit quiet, and they seemed to be, really keen about their own thing, really focused on it, but they're not harnessing the power of working together and, using their skills to solve a common problem. I think where I could add value is in terms of the direction and bringing the team together. So I would say exactly what our product would offer, validate it against the market, see, the timeline, what our MVP would look like, gather fundraising, promote it. And I think that I could build a really strong team. And I think that these people would be awesome to have. So I'm really glad I did this event. And yeah, it's the first of many. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we learn. See you in the next one.